Don't buy a home in 2021. This is why. Stay tuned. Good day, Toronto. Welcome to another episode of Prime Properties TV. So glad you could join me here today. Every week on Prime Properties TV, we take a closer look at the Toronto real estate topics and updates that matter the most to you. And in this episode, I am literally going to try to convince you to not buy a home in 2021. Yeah. I know, right? So if you like content like this, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the Prime Property Studio channel for more awesome real estate content like this. The button to subscribe should be on the bottom right-hand side of the screen right here. Hit that like button and smash the subscribe button. Thanks. So, there's been a lot of information going around the last few weeks about how hot the real estate market is, right? Like crazy hot. A lot of people are all of a sudden jumping in to buy a house. And I literally want to take this video to convince you, do not buy a home in 2021. Yeah. I know, right? Someone that's a realtor convincing you not to buy a home. Oh, this must be a first. Maybe second? I feel like I've done it before. I don't know. Anyways, the reason why I'm putting this out there is because if you are not ready to buy a home, just don't. It's simply a bad idea, right? I'm going to give you two main reasons for why you shouldn't buy something in 2021 so that it kind of makes some sense to you. But right now, as the market is so hot, there are a lot of emotions attached to a lot of buyers, especially if this is your first home you ever bought. You need to take a step back and really evaluate what you're planning to do and it makes sense for you and your future financial plans. Like I've been playing a lot of armchair psychologist lately and I'm asking like a lot of people who are talking about buying why, many times, why they need to buy a house. Unfortunately, what I keep hearing are reasons that are related to FOMO or fear of missing out. What if I can't buy anything anymore? I'll never afford anything in Toronto, etc., etc. I hear all the time too often, especially in a hot market, because the idea of fear of missing out in the Toronto real estate landscape is real. It's a real thing. I was saying that there was amazing opportunities literally 6 months ago and barely anybody took me up on my offer to buy something. 6 months have gone, prices have gone up, inventory has gone down, and now everybody all of a sudden wants to get in. If you didn't buy something 6 months ago and all of a sudden you need a house, you probably have FOMO unless something in your life has drastically changed. Maybe a new job or a decision to move in with somebody or you moved or you finally have the money for it, right? But anything other than that, I probably think you have FOMO and you just want to get into the real estate market. And this leads to a lot of speculation that prices only go up from here. And if you buy a home based on this kind of reasoning, it's a terrible, terrible mistake. And because the market's moving so quickly, this is just herd mentality because everybody thinks that it's a good idea, prices only go up. And it's the exact reason why everybody has FOMO and trying to get into the market, Real estate gets really emotional for like 90% of the people I speak to. I'm literally an armchair psychologist like the last month and I don't have a degree in that, okay? So you have to look at the decision objectively and not emotionally, right? Or subjectively. What I'm referring to is that you shouldn't be buying a home because you have FOMO and that you never be able to buy a home again. It's just a mistake to be jumping into something that you're not ready despite like interest rates are being low or like a lot of realtors selling you FOMO that you'll never be able to buy a home or it's going to be too late, etc., etc. It's not a thing. It's just not, right? I hate it when realtors say that it's going to be too late if you don't buy now. I've heard this argument many times and it's never too late. You may have to change your strategy and when you're ready to buy, it's better to buy then knowing that you can own something without the stress of kind of just jumping in right now because you're going to fear of missing out or have that idea, right? You could always buy a little bit further, get a tenant to help you pay for your mortgage, speed up your equity and then move back to Toronto, right? Catch my drift? There's always a strategy and it's never too late. You just got to know how to navigate it, right? So if my plea to your emotions right now don't work, then let me scare you with a few objective things that could happen in real estate. What if you buy something and you're over leveraged and you can't afford your monthly payments? You're going to lose money. What if you buy in a hot market and prices are going up, but then you can't make your monthly payments and you're going to lose money? What if you lose your job because it's the pandemic right now and you have to lose your house and you're going to lose money when you have to sell it? And this is all before me saying that prices could come crashing down because we never know what's going to happen, right? Just think about it, right? Reason number two, real estate is not a short-term decision. Purchasing a home could be one of the biggest purchases you ever make in your life. So do not buy something because you have FOMO. Seriously, if you do not plan to keep your property for 3 to 5 years, do not buy, especially if you're over leveraging yourself with only like 5% down, right? It's a terrible, terrible, terrible idea. However, if you do plan to hold for 3 to 5 years plus, then you know you may be making a better decision and not a rash one with all the surrounding noise around you, right? So if you find yourself wanting to buy real estate in 21 because you have FOMO, stop what you're doing and ask yourself why. many times to try to find the underlying reason. If it's something relating to, oh crap, I can't buy anymore, probably a bad idea, right? Now, if you still can't find the underlying objective reason why you want to buy real estate, you can book a call with me and I can try to talk you out of it. But if it makes sense, then you can go ahead with it, right? I'll put my link to booking a call with me here. It's www.chatwithzen.com. And just so that you have an idea that's not based on FOMO, but based on objective reasons, right? So I've seen this way too many times and heard way too many horror stories of buyers being convinced to buy realtors that you're gonna miss out when prices become too expensive. There will be other ways to get there. Don't rush into such a big purchasing decision because of all the noise around you, whether it's friends, family, or parents, like a lot of parents, right? So making any big purchasing decisions based on FOMO is a terrible idea, right? Let me give you an example. If all my friends decided to buy $300,000 sports cars and I didn't buy one, it's still a bad idea for me to buy one because I think it's cool and everyone has one and I have FOMO. Just don't do it, right? It's the same with real estate. Really think about before what you're doing before you act on it. I hope this public service announcement helps. Until next time, your move, your future. Now that you're done watching this one, how about this one? Oh, you know what? This one's good too. Ooh, this one's really good. You know what? Just watch them both.